welcome to That Goninan Life. If you are new here, my name is Amy and I have been doing the WW or my WW plan since March of 2019, and currently it is January of 2020, and so we're getting up on close to a year, a couple months still to go, and I have lost 70 pounds. I have stayed very consistent with doing this. Oh, I've lost over 75 pounds. I stayed really consistent and it has completely changed my life in such a positive way. And so what I want to do is I want to share some things that I learned. So in this video, what I'm going to be talking about is I'm going to be talking about 25 like must-have items for those that are beginning on Weight Watchers, new to Weight Watchers, or even those who just might need some inspiration. So 25 different food items, and I'm specifically focusing it on breakfast. So I'm going to be having hopefully some new ideas for you. So just to let you guys know, these are really like quick and simple things that you could have around your house to give you a wide variety of different options when you're trying to cook yourself a breakfast or even have breakfast on the go, to be honest. So these aren't necessarily like recipe dependent things. These are all just really good things to have around your house. So let's get started with the 25 things. Okay. I'm sure if you've been watching YouTube for Weight Watchers or seeing Weight Watchers Instagram, you probably know all about Premier Protein. So Premier Protein is a high protein energy shake, and it is only 2 points for this whole carton. Now, let me explain a little bit. I will not drink this straight. I think it is, I do not like protein drinks. I do not think this is good. And I even tried mixing it with coffee, which is what a lot of people do here on Weight Watchers. And I was not super impressed. But I tried it again recently, actually, mixing it in with 2 shots of espresso over ice in a large cup, poured this in, and it was like good quality coffee, game changer. It is so good. This is now my favorite thing to eat. Absolutely my favorite thing to eat. So another thing that is a necessity are eggs behind me, right? Everybody knows what a carton of eggs look like. Oh, there's my soda. Eggs, right? So if you're doing the My WW Blue plan, it is 0 points for eggs. Honestly, since starting Weight Watchers, I have kind of developed an intolerance for eggs because in the beginning I ate it so much. So please be careful, because if you're like me, you might develop an intolerance, but I think it's not that common as far as I know. But it was so helpful in the beginning, so helpful, because eggs are really filling, and I don't really care honestly for eggs that much, and so it is easy to mask the taste. Like, this is what I use. Hot sauce. I use the buffalo hot sauce, or the original Frank's, basically Frank's hot sauce. It is 0 points, so you have that on top of the eggs. Or for the next item, you could even have low fat, reduced fat, fat free, or if you have the points, full fat cheese to sprinkle on your eggs, and that will make it taste better. Another thing that I'm not going to count as one of my 25, this is just a bonus, is that consider adding some vegetables into your eggs, especially things like spinach, onions, just things to either like bump up your nutrition or to add different just different taste in there. Oh, or salsa. Oh my gosh, salsa. If you don't have hot sauce, also salsa. So good, so good. All right, yes, so eggs, and then make eggs taste better. This next thing, you will, if you watch my channel, you will know, is probably this might be the thing I absolutely cannot do without breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Center cut bacons And I get this from Aldi's. This is the Appleton Farm center cut bacon. This is real bacon. They just chop the fatty ends off of it, so you will get that full flavor, the smell, everything. It's so good. You could have 2 slices for 1 point, and I think you could go up to maybe 4 slices, 4 of these nice slices for 2 points. That is insane. But honestly, for like a brunch, one of my favorite things to do is to have like bacon fried rice. Basically, have some rice. You could even have like leftover rice. Throw some eggs, if you can have eggs, bacon, onions, a little bit of soy sauce. Oh, it is a feast. It is so good. So yes, do that. Amazing. Also, I ate this a lot. You could have Canadian bacon. If you have 1 slice of a lot of brands, it is 0 points of the I just don't have it with me to show you. Or I think you could go up to 4 slices for 1 point. Eggs and then Canadian bacon I would have so often with some apples as a 0 point breakfast when I was beginning, because it's really filling. Also, cannot forget about turkey sausage. One thing that I noticed is, please make sure you're like, when you're at the grocery store, you're like scanning and checking these things, because sometimes you can get like lesser point things. So this Jennie-O turkey sausage links, you could have 2 links, like 2 sausage things for 1 point, which isn't bad. But honestly, if you're a bacon lover, go for the center cut bacon, okay? Center cut bacon, center cut bacon. Try the center cut bacon. I love it. It's so good. But this is also really good too. Okay, so another thing you could try is cereal. One thing is, so this cereal in particular, it's 4 points for a cup, but I've also had like Cheerios, like I even tried during like the fall season, like pumpkin Cheerios or pumpkin O's, the ones from Trader Joe's. It could kind of be a good snack. Just make sure that you're scanning it and you account for your milk or anything like that. Yeah, but that is also a good option. Yogurt. I also struggle with lactose. I have a very difficult body. So this is non-fat plain Greek yogurt. Honestly, I don't think I could ever eat this plain because it is too sour or whatever. So yeah, so I struggle with lactose as well. I have a very sensitive stomach, so I don't really eat plain yogurt, or I don't eat yogurt for breakfast, but it's really good. You can find a lot of like the non-fat yogurt or Greek yogurt. You can find a lot of those individual cups, and even if they have flavors, a lot of times they're only 3 points, which I think is great for breakfast. Throw on some berries on top and you got yourself a good breakfast. For during the colder months, oatmeal is awesome. So this is just the kind you microwave. Add some water to it, which is what I do. It is the maple and brown sugar, lower sugar, which is 50% more. You could have one of these packets for 4 points. Of course, it would be healthier or better to like make it on the stove and stuff like that, but I would, if I'm going to make something, I would rather like make a full-on breakfast. And so sometimes if I'm just looking for something quick, this little thing is awesome to go. And also it's something that when I was teaching, it was really nice to just have something warm while I was lesson planning and things, and this is just easy and quick to make at the office. So Quaker oats. Then guys, I love this next one. Get excited with me. The next item, Eggo waffles. Oh yeah, you could totally have Eggo waffles, and actually it is so easy to incorporate Eggo waffles into your MyWW plan. So this is the Nutri-Grain one. I do believe that there is a low-fat version, but I cannot find it. It's not in any grocery store near me. But this Nutri-Grain version, you could have one of these waffles for 3 points or 2 for 5 points, and that's like a feast, you know. That's so good. And then if you top it with some sugar-free syrup. A quarter cup of this is 1 point, but a quarter cup is a whole lot of syrup. So you might not actually need that much syrup. It is awesome, and honestly, I feel like sugar-free maple syrup, it's one of those sugar-free items that I still think tastes really good and it's really nice. But also, I did grow up with my dad as being diabetic, so we had this in the house. So also I might be a little bit more used to this, because I would just use the regular sugar and the sugar-free one interchangeably, and I just wasn't picky about it. Another thing, this is what I'm calling a bonus item because it would make it over 25, is you could also top it with some light butter. So I would highly recommend keeping some lighter butter options around your house, because butter is something that can definitely help boost up the flavor, but it also is a lot of points. So 1 tablespoon of this is 2 points, but if you have half a tablespoon, which generally speaking when I'm having toast or even on these waffles, half a tablespoon is 1 point, and that generally is plenty for using for breakfast. This is yet another bonus item, along with the fruit, veggies, butter, and now I would also recommend keeping like olive oil spray in your house for your pans. Like if you're cooking, what is next on the list, which is hash browns. So hash browns for this particular one is just a Stater Brothers. For 1 cup, it's 2 points on the blue plan. Isn't that awesome, right? So that is a lot. And I don't eat hash browns very often because it's just a little bit more of an indulgence. But one thing is that I like to try to cook it in the oven to make sure that it gets really nice and crispy when I do. That's just what I do. And then if I am having hash browns, I have to have ketchup with it. There are all sorts of different like options, and then there are also sugar-free ketchup, but my husband loves ketchup. I like ketchup, but he like loves ketchup. And he says this is the best like better for you options, the one that is sweetened with honey, and it's a reduced sugar one. This is 1 point for a tablespoon. So if you have a tablespoon of the ketchup with a cup of the potatoes, that's 3 points. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay, I said the Premier Protein was my favorite. That might not be true. I'm so sorry, because I forgot about my other favorite. Powdered peanut butter, specifically the brand PB2. So there are lots of different powdered peanut butter brands. I've even got like a huge big tub of one from Walmart. It was only $10, but PB2 is my favorite because I think the consistency turns out the best, and you could have 2 tablespoons for 1 point. And from another YouTuber on here, Amanda Lewis, I learned that instead of using water, which is what the directions says to mix up, oh, this is the chocolate version. There's also the regular version, but both of them are good. The chocolate one, it's not super chocolatey, so don't expect like you're eating liquid chocolate. It's definitely like peanut butter with a hint of chocolate. But anyway, to make this I think taste sweeter, which is what I'm looking for, is instead of using water, use this syrup. Then it'll just thicken it up and it's really nice. I recommend trying it if you enjoy the taste of maple syrup. You can taste the mapley syrup type of flavor when you use this. So if you're not a fan of maple syrup, or you're not a fan of like sugar-free, then just stick with water, because honestly it's really good too. And this powdered peanut butter, I tried it maybe like 4 to 5 months ago, maybe a little longer than this, and this changed my Weight Watchers life because first of all, it tastes sweet if you have the maple sugar, which sometimes you just need something sweet, but then also it's a good source of protein, and it just, I personally love to dip my bananas in this, and it's so good. Or apples. Apples is good. Apples are good. Excuse me. Apples are really good dipped in this, but peanut butter, peanut butter, guys, what's happening to me? Bananas, especially in the chocolate peanut butter one, oh, so good. Or if you want what is now another favorite breakfast, I keep saying my favorite, you're not going to believe me if I don't actually have it, is this combination. So this is a whole wheat English muffin. It is 3 points. This is the 100-calorie ones. What I do, I toast this. While this is in the toaster, I mix some of this up with the sugar-free syrup, slice up a banana, and then I have this with this peanut butter, this chocolate peanut butter and the banana. It's so good and so filling, and it's fast too. It's fast and easy. So I love doing this. It's so good. Another thing you can do, going back on the egg part, is egg and then breakfast meats, is you could make yourself a breakfast burrito using some healthier options for tortillas. So this is the Olay Extreme Wellness. I use this honestly a lot in lunch times to make wraps and things like this, but you could also use it to make a breakfast burrito. Or you could have low calorie or healthier bread. This is the Sara Lee Delightful 45 calorie bread. One slice is 1 point, oh, I forgot. One of these is 1.2, excuse me. One slice is 1 point, 2 slices is 2 points, which is great. And on that, you could totally have some of the peanut butter. You could have sugar-free jam. This is 0 points. If you wanted to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for breakfast, I'm not going to stop you. You could have some of that light butter. Half a tablespoon is perfect for 2 pieces of the bread. It's so good. Okay, another recent discovery that I've made. That's incredible. Do you know you could have bagel and cream cheese while you are losing weight and getting healthy? Because you can. I recommend getting some of these skinny bagels. I just prefer the plain ones. This I got at Aldi. It is, one bagel is 3 points, and then if you get like 1/3, there's Weight Watcher has a version, excuse me, I'm sorry if this is ugly, but this is just like low fat, 1/3 less fat Philadelphia cream cheese. I think a tablespoon is 2 points, so for 5 points you could have bagel and cream cheese for breakfast, and it's so nice. It feels really indulgent. Okay, and the last thing that I have for you as a suggestion are different like protein bars. This one probably is my favorite. It's the Quest Cookies and Cream Bar. Quest bars are usually like 4 to 5 points in that range. Honestly, typically I don't care for or go for protein bars very often. But they are good for emergency situations. Okay, so my goal really was, I wanted just to show you guys ideas for things that you could stock your fridge on, things that are quick, easy, and honestly like really simple substitutes, like nothing too weird, I hope. But these are things that I like and I either use right now or have used very frequently in the past to kind of get you started, to get your day started for losing weight on Weight Watchers. Honestly, I really went, before I started Weight Watchers, or before, in the beginning when I was dieting, like I had to really force myself to eat breakfast because I just was not a breakfast person. I didn't want to eat breakfast. But throughout my journey and even now, I have realized that starting my day off really does help with my energy level in the morning. And I am a morning person, so like I don't usually honestly struggle with energy in the morning. And it helps me not want to overeat throughout the day. It just helps keep me a little bit more level so I don't struggle with anything. Yes, so thank you guys. If you have any, like if I missed anything for breakfast, I'm really not thinking necessarily recipes, because boy do I have recipes that I like, but this was just something quick, easy. So if you have any other like essential ingredients or things that you love for breakfast that I missed, please comment down below and let me know, because like I said, I'm not a huge breakfast person, but I would like to become more and more a fan of breakfast, basically. So I would love to hear from you guys. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button. My husband and I are on a weight loss and now running journey that we are doing together. So there's going to be tons and tons of things that maybe we could learn together, you and I, as we are trying to get healthy. And if this was helpful, I would really appreciate a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Bye guys.